What's up, you beautiful people? I'm the Danger Dave, and welcome back to the Rattler Compound and The Last of Us Part 2. This place is tough. This place is, a little tough. These rattlers, there's so many of these guys. There is a lot of these guys around here. But I got a new SMG. This gun is awesome. It's a little too much, honestly. You could easily just your way through like a whole bunch of people, and it would be fine. But okay, give me that. This is the way I wanted to go originally. I trapped myself down there. It's fine. Let's just keep going. I have a feeling the end of the game is nearby. Right around the corner. Kind of rushing it, but also having fun at the same time. Not really taking it too seriously, as you can see by my gameplay. I'm just kind of running and gunning. Take the alcohol, because I do need that. But I do love this Rattler Compound. There's so many angles of attack, so many ways you could play this. It's like the first really big area, you know what I mean? Like, everything has kind of been, like, pretty tight and funneled. Nothing has been anything really too big. In terms of, like, I think this might be the biggest combat map that I've seen in the game so far. Seattle Day 1 doesn't count because that was more like an area. That's still my favorite part of the whole game is Seattle Day 1. Where you're like Ellie and Dina and you're exploring. It was so much fun. So I'm not going that way. Alright. Nothing new here, I see. Can't craft any of that. I can craft some more smoke bombs. That'll have to do. Alright, I should chill out for a little bit and kind of take it a bit more slower.
Kill her! Bitch! I got the key!
Unlock the door!
Alright, come on, let's go!
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit!
Keep back!
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me!
Hey! Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on!
Okay. Abby. We are coming for you. We gotta get there quick. Ellie is not in great shape. Come on. I like causing all sorts of chaos like that. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Oh, wow. This is... Oh, okay. I was about to say I'm at a walking pace, but she's just out of breath. And wounded. Not doing so hot right now. We'll just let the prisoners deal with the rest of the rattlers. Those guys are some sick motherfuckers. Pillars, okay.
Abby?
Is that you?
Help me. Please. It's you. Abby. I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
Wow, she's seen better days. Why did she just... Okay, why didn't... I know it seems cruel. But why didn't Ellie just shoot Abby? That's kind of what she came here to do, unless she's feeling sorry for Abby. Or maybe seeing Abby care for someone else is changing Ellie's mind? I don't know. That's just the question I have, is why didn't Ellie just shoot Abby? You had, like, the perfect opportunity right there. Like, that's what you came to do, right?
I can't let you leave. I'm not doing this. No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will.
Whoa, Ellie. Ellie, hey.
He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
That'll leave a mark. Come on. Whoa. Come on, Abby. Whoa. Get off me. Right in the arm. Woohoo. Ain't got those big arms anymore, do you? Woo. Bitch. Oh, fuck. Stop that.
Go. Just take him.
Oh, dang. That's 2 fingers. The tractor's still here, but that doesn't mean anything. The barn's still there. And that's what you gave up. Yep. Nobody home. Dina was just like, you know what? That's it. She wasn't gonna wait. Oh no. She can't play the guitar because her fingers are missing. Unless she learns how to play the opposite hand. That's gonna be weird.
Hey.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss, it doesn't mean anything. She just... I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
Look, I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
So Ellie is a broken... Fuck you, Druckmann. Ellie is a broken, completely unlikable, not the likable Ellie we knew from the first game, and not the likable Ellie we knew from the beginning of the game. She is completely broken, she has nothing, and it just ends like that. What a crappy way to end a game. Like, I mean, that ending cutscene was something. Like, we needed more of stuff like that kind of storytelling that really grabs you, because you really feel like Joel's pain in there. And he stands by his convictions, but he doesn't tell the whole story there. You know, Ellie knows why he did it, but, like, let's be honest here. Do you really think the Fireflies were going to use the cure for, like, the benefit of mankind? No. They would use that as an ace in the hole. You know, I can't see the Fireflies really just being generous with that. And not only the fact is, like, Ellie was unconscious at the time. Like, she had no free will. Like, granted, she told Joel, like, that has to mean something. Like, when we get there, it needs to mean something. But she didn't know it was going to kill her, you know? And they were just going to operate on her, they were just going to proceed with the operation. Not even ask her, not even wake her up to see if that was okay. Because if they woke Ellie up and asked her that, she could have convinced Joel. She could have been like, no, this is what I want. This is what needs to happen. This is why we came all the way out here for that. But Joel is like, you know, they didn't even ask you. They were just going to go do it, which is kind of shady. And honestly, I think Joel did nothing wrong, because honestly, let's put it in terms of this way. Like, you've spent fucking months bonding with somebody, and now it just comes to a moment where you have to let them go. I mean, yeah, you're saving thousands, millions even, but you're losing a daughter again. And that's what made The Last of Us such an intriguing story. If it was, it's I can't even speak. It's just the way that story ended made you start questioning, what would you do in that situation? Would you have done the same thing? I can't tell you what I would have done in that moment. A part of me thinks that I would have probably done what Joel did too. And yeah, morally, his actions were not just. You know, he killed hundreds of people just to get Ellie back and damned millions more, but you understand it. It's that human side of the story that made it so intriguing. And Joel never gets to explain any of that. You know, it's these sort of explanations and stuff that Joel gets done dirty in this game. You know, he doesn't have a lot of screen time. There's not a lot of Ellie and Joel moments. Like, we needed one more. We needed one more mission of just Ellie and Joel, you know, just for old time's sake. But he gets done dirty. He doesn't really get to explain his side of things. He acts really stupid when he meets the wolves, how he's just opening up to them, like trusting them for some reason. Characters just not acting like they should. Story-wise, it's a mess. Story-wise, this is a mess. This is not a 10 out of 10 game for me at all. There are moments in this game that are 10 out of 10. The gameplay is 10 out of 10. You know, the graphics, the soundtrack with the guitars, it's all 10 out of 10. And there's great moments like, you know, the museum when you go through with Ellie and Joel. That's a 10 out of 10 moment. There are moments like that that are 10 out of 10, but they're few and far in between. It's just the Abby portion goes on a bit too long. It's got pacing issues, how you're just jumping through flashbacks. It's all tiresome, you know, especially when you get to the Abby part. They really wanted you to like Abby, and I understand Abby as a character, and I appreciate how she's just trying to be a better person in the end, how she's going against everything she's known growing up, like with the wolves and stuff, from the Fireflies and the wolves, to just kind of realizing, you know, you kind of have to make decisions on your own. You just can't blindly follow people. But she's still an asshole, you know, and even Ellie is an asshole. Like, that whole part where, like, puts the knife to Lev, it's like, Ellie goes too far in this game, but so does Abby. You know, it's just this brutal tale of revenge. They're supposed to mirror each other in a way, and it's hard to care about someone like Abby and the wolves when you see they're all just kind of shitty people. You know, they don't really care. They just kind of open fire. You know, people like in Jackson, like, they're more yeah, they're wary of strangers, but they're more willing to trust people. Wolves just see somebody and they just start shooting, you know? And I know that's the reason for the gameplay, but it's just like, I don't know. It just seemed like the wolves were just all assholes. And Abby was just one of them. And they didn't, it just, I don't know. It's a mess. You know, we could sit here for hours and talk about this, and I probably will. I'm going to do a proper review and get, like, my thoughts all organized about this game. It's not a 10 out of 10 game. It's one of those games where the story is just crap. I don't really care for it, but the gameplay is still fun and solid and engaging. I just don't know. This is... And what's going to happen with, like, Last of Us 3? Like, or by some miracle, Ellie and, like, Abby are going to meet up again, and they're going to, like, team up against a bigger threat or something? I don't even know. This game divides so many people. Some people think it's a masterpiece. Some people think it's shit. I'm somewhere in between. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I don't think it's complete shit. You know, it's just kind of... I'm in the middle right now. I'm on the fence. I'm thinking... If I had to give it a number... I'd have to say, like, 6 out of 10. And that's just a number that's coming to my head right now. But we'll see what I think when I formulate all my thoughts on this game. But it's just, I mean, graphically, it's fucking beautiful. And the gore and the gameplay, well, not a lot has changed. It's still the core gameplay from the first one. They added a few things here and there, like the going prone and some new weapons here and there. Abby is just stacked with weapons. Like, I felt like I was doing better in the combat area with Abby than Ellie. Just because Abby has so many tools at her disposal, so many guns. Ellie did get that awesome MP5 though. Holy shit, if I had more ammo for that, combat would be not a problem at all. But, yeah, the game really leans toward... The game's really trying to get you to take Abby's side. And it's just like, it's one of those, I'm going after revenge for what you did, but you were going after revenge for what I did. It's I don't know what to think about that. Like, that whole concept of just... I think it's, for me, it's like there was better ways to go about doing it. And they didn't really do it in a very good way, if you ask me. That's... I gotta get my thoughts organized. This is in the game and what I'm thinking about right now. It's a disappointment from the first one because the storytelling in that one was so solid, so tight. Even if you didn't like the gameplay it was kind of going for, it was so good, so solid. Each scene meant something. And there was parts in this game but they just didn't feel like they meant anything, you know? Like I said, there was parts that you played that could be summed up in a cutscene. Again, going back to like the pacing issues that I have. But it's a beautiful nightmare. You know, it's fun to play, it's fun to look at it, but I don't know. The way I describe this game is The Last of Us 2 is like a big chocolate cake. The cake part is great and the icing is delicious, but inside of it is just a big pile of shit. That's how I describe Last of Us. I think that's Last of Us 2 in a nutshell for me. A big old piece, a big old giant chocolate cake. The cake part is great and the icing is delicious, but in the middle, the big center of it is just a big pile of shit. It's good for a while, but then you hit the shit part and it just kind of turns you off on it. You know, your appetite goes south with it. But I mean, from a technical standpoint, this game is great. You know, there was a lot of, like, animations and details. Like, when you go to, like, upgrade your weapons, how they actually unload the weapon and, like, pull the slide back to eject the bullet to be safe and whatnot. And, like, the reload animations. Like, you notice Ellie, when she reloads the revolver, how she kind of, like, cups, like, the cylinder and she puts the bullets in there. I did notice the film grain kind of acting wonky there towards the end. I don't know what was going on with that. It wasn't too distracting. But visually, it's fantastic, and the gore system was a little too real looking at times. I was just like, ooh, when the first time I saw it and I blew somebody with a shotgun, I was like, oh man, this is ooh, that's not good at all. But I never felt bad for killing any of the members of the Wolves, you know? They never seemed like good people, and that's kind of the message the game is wanting to get to you, is the cost and the price of revenge. And it doesn't do it that well, if you ask me. It's just... like, if you want me to feel that way, then you need... and there was a few moments like that, but then they squandered them, like with Mel. Like, I was like, oh, that's uncomfortable. That's bad. But then Mel is going out there in the world when she's pregnant. Like, Dina was staying put. She went out in the combat zone, but she wasn't, like, super pregnant like Mel. It's just, I don't know, like I mentioned in this game a couple of times, everything that I liked and I loved about this game seemed just to be ripped away. Characters just die left and right. Like, Manny shows up, quickly to be killed off a minute later, you know. Poor Jesse, man, I was really liking him. He just gets domed in the face. You know, Joel is killed. You know, Dina leaves Ellie for her actions, which is probably the smart play. You know, I wanted a happy ending to this, you know, or some sort of satisfying ending to this, and it just doesn't. It just ends on this bleak, sour note. You know, the last one didn't end on a happy ending. It kept you guessing, but it ended better than this game. You know, it just sort of ends on this big, sour, shitty ending. I think this game would have maybe benefited from having the choice, like, do you go through with killing Abby or do you spare her? And then talk to us about, like, the canon ending. I don't know. I need to think more about this game. You know, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst game I've played. I just realized the game was actually playing. I took my headphones off to talk to you guys. I didn't realize there was actually a song being played here. Oops, sorry. But yeah, that's just kind of what I've been thinking about this game ever since I started playing it again, and just what I think about it. And I mean, I did know the ending to this game. I did know how it ended, and like, it's just weird. Like, Ellie just doesn't... they had so many opportunities to kill each other, and they just didn't take them. I understand why Abby didn't kill them in the theater, but, like, why didn't Ellie kill Abby when she was strung up? Like, I know that's brutal, and she wants it to be fair, but, like, if you're going out for revenge, I don't think that sort of applies, you know? Like, if I was, like, Ellie there, I was just like, oh, this is what I came for. I would have probably just shot Abby. And I understand that's super cruel and super brutal and not right, but that's what you came here to do. I hate revenge tales that you never get revenge. I hate that where, like, you spend the whole game or the whole movie hunting somebody down, and then you're just like, well, you're miserable, I'm not going to kill you, or like, that's not the right thing to do. I'm like, why couldn't you make up your mind about that a long time ago, you know? It's just, I hate that. I hate doing that in revenge tales. Or even if, like, maybe just have Abby be dead and Ellie has to, like, the whole thing was, I mean, well, no, that would have been, like, worse, I think, because then, like, the whole thing would have been for nothing. Oof. Yeah, those are my thoughts so far, folks, on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I will do a full and scale proper review of this. I gotta, like, formulate, like, my script and what I think about it, my final thoughts, get it all organized, and I'll do a proper one for you folks. But, yeah, that is The Last of Us 2, folks. I think I stand by that. I think that 6 out of 10 is about right for me. I'm feeling that is where I stand on it. Oh, we get a new game plus play through the game again with all your upgrades and equipment obtained from previous playthroughs. Interesting. Oh, that might be something I do down the road. I do want to come back to this game. I think I'm going to let it sit for now. And stew a little bit what I had to do. You didn't do anything. That trophy doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's kind of what I think. I'll have more thoughts on my full-scale proper review. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for this episode. If you liked this series, you know what you gotta do. Thank you all for tuning in on this one. I love you guys, and I'll see you the next episode.